Good afternoon. This is a pre-recording on April 12th, 2024. Thank you for being here and watching this. I just had an update, a small update, no less, on missing Lori Page, out of Tallahassee, Florida. She's been missing now for over 300 days. It's been 314 days to be exact, 10 months and 2 weeks. And that is a long 10 months and 2 weeks. A super long 314 days. I myself was boots on the ground. I didn't go with anybody. I went myself, took it up on myself, and was welcomed in by all of Tallahassee. Everyone that I went to was very kind. I passed out flyers for this young girl missing. And I do intend to go back. I have emailed and been in touch with the pastor there. I met a lot of nice people, and it was just very eye-opening. I also spoke with her father 2 times on the phone. I had him on my live one time recorded. I'm recording now because I didn't really have anything prepared. I just wanted to share some news that had come out, I guess earlier today, that was sent to me. So I want to kind of share that with you. Lori Page, this is another really messed up case, to say the very least. Her mother lives in Nashville, Tennessee, Goodlettsville to be exact. The father is a corrections officer in Tallahassee, Florida, who worked nights. Lori stayed by herself, allegedly. And the night before she came up missing, the mother had drove down, and the story went allegedly that the father and mother had got into an argument. And this is another one that I pulled the records, and there was 0 on the records. I did talk to the new detective that was on the case. I put that out. She really welcomed everything and asked on the video for all the help she could get. The father up and moved also. Just left. Nancy Grace did cover this. The only reason that Nancy Grace or anybody got a hold of this story was because Lori's school teacher, the school teacher pretty much got the ball rolling again. And I say again. You have to go back through the videos and just watch and hear the stories and hear the locals that I had no idea I was even going to speak with that day, because that, again, is not what I went there for. Didn't even realize I was even standing at her basic doorstep, really. I guess God just has his hand on my shoulder and I'm put in the right place at the right time, I guess. She's a little girl, man. And there is something suspicious about this case. Something definitely don't sit right. The father talked to me on the live. It played out here on my live over the phone. And he failed to mention, when I told him I was coming to pass out flyers, I took my own money out of my pocket. And I did go. He didn't even pretend to act like he was moving or had moved or anything like that. I believed the father. I sincerely believed him and sincerely talked to him. And I was blown away. I was literally blown away myself when I heard after I got there. I was pretty much standing in front of their place, and somebody walked up to me and started talking to me and told me all about the dad, all about the fights with all kinds of women and the mom and different things, how much the police was called out there a lot. And they knew Lori, and basically, and I'm just remembering this off the top of my head, but basically how, just they knew that Lori got off the bus at the end of the road and showed me exactly where she walked down and every day, but she never come out to play with the kids or never come outside. She was kept inside at all times, which was kind of strange, being that was a real busy cul-de-sac, and there were kids out basically all hours of the day and night. Not Lori. You have to understand where they lived at. You have to see it for yourself and understand that when she got off the bus, she never mingled with any of the kids. She kept to herself and made it a point not to speak, talk, or walk with anybody till she got home. And most all of the people, because she lived in the back, even after she got missing and people come knocking on the door, mainly the teachers and the search team and the pastor and all that went door to door, nobody even realized that there was a child there that lived there with the father, much less missing. So that was kind of strange in itself. when I went back and was pointed back to where they lived at, I just wanted to go see for myself. Because again, you have to understand it. So I walked back and was taking some video, and I knocked on the door, not their door. I didn't know whose door it was, actually, because I didn't know exactly. I just know which direction I was pointed in. Two men came, and the guy was two guys. And one of them was quick to tell me he knew about, he knew the little girl, and he knew the father, and pointed out right there, I was standing in front of the doorway of their house, that they just moved, if I remember correctly, yesterday. I was like, wow. I didn't get very good vibes, and I was just talking like I always do on my interviews, but I was ready to really back the heck out of there, honestly. And I just didn't get very good vibes. And you could hear me under my breath as I walked away. I was just like, yeah, right. I shouldn't have said that on the line, but I just talk about blunt. I'm just blunt. So I leave, and we go to the park. I meet up with more strangers, people I was just handing out flyers and stuff to, that I didn't even realize was going to talk to me or anything, but they had their opinions. Some I taped, some I didn't. You don't have to tape everything. But again, they were very welcoming, and they were very open. And boy, did they have their thoughts. Again, I was sent an update today, a little small update, and I want to try to share this with you because I really want Lori to be found. I think this is a really sad case, and it is really special to me. I think she deserves to be found, and there's a whole lot more to this, y'all. Her mom is on Facebook. We went through some of her Facebook stuff, and it's just not, she's just so nonchalant. She just does not give a flying flip about nothing but me. She is so into herself. The grandmother, Brooklyn, there's just no words. I can't just sit here and go over a whole entire story in a few minutes. That's why I pre-recorded this. It was late. This is not what I want to get done. I can tell you what, everybody in Tallahassee said what I said. If it were not for Lori's teacher, her teacher, this story would not be out here, and this would be a forgotten little girl who would be slipped through the cracks, thrown away, and forgotten. They have her as a runaway. That's not what I heard. I've heard she has, and I'm not talking about this time. I've heard before she's been put out. Who puts a 11, 12-year-old out girl in Tallahassee on the road? This girl was so bright in school that even when that happened, she knew to go to, I don't even know if you call it a friend, but a person that she knew rode the bus with, his house, and they helped her. Their parents didn't even know, and she slept outside. They gave her a change of clothes. something to eat, something to drink. And what did Lori do? Lori got up and went to school the next day. She went up and got dressed and got to school the next day. Lori was a good student. Her teachers had nothing but good things to say about her. And again, if it wasn't for her teacher, she wouldn't have got back in the news. And it was brought to Nancy Grace. She brought it out. And I was strolling down the internet one day and saw it right after that, about 2 days after that. And Christy on Misery True Crime put it out, and I watched it and was watching the Nancy Grace thing, and I took on this case, and it's very near and dear to me. And Lori deserves to be found. Time has passed. Now, Lamar said the billboards are gone. And Pastor Rudy Ferguson, I have been in touch with him a couple of times. His church group and them go out and search all the time. And they have put out those signs, kind of like the ones you saw posted in the yard for Sebastian, on the ones they're posting. But anyway, and they have those signs, and they've bought so many, and they're still doing flyers and all the things, and they're begging for people to not give up. They're begging for people to please go out and put signs up, continue to look, continue to get her name and face out. And in fact, as soon as I do this, because I felt like it's imperative, I will contact him again, and maybe he'll get back in touch with me tomorrow just to give me an update. But we're going to try to go with him now. He's on the news. There was 2 news stories, I think, and I'm going to try to present this on here. So just bear with me just a moment, and I thank you for joining me for this pre-record. Let's see what I can do, because this really breaks my heart. I don't know if I can do it that way. Hold on, my goodness. Alright, let me just see if I can do it this way. Oh, just hold on. I apologize, y'all. I'm just learning how to share, so I thought I could do it that way. Okay, I think this is it. This is one. I think this is one of them. Hold on. I don't know why it's not coming up. Hold on. Why is it not coming up? I don't think that's sharing. Hold on a minute, y'all. I apologize. Hold on. Alright, stop screen. Alright, hold on. I don't think that's doing it. Hold on a minute. I know how to share now, but something's wrong with the way what I'm trying to get up. This is so important. Hold on. Share screen. Okay, here we go.
Everyone has each other's backs, and everyone is basically here for one another. Just being around the people and being able to be the voice of their stories, I think that's one of the things that makes it just so rewarding and so comforting to know that you're that voice for that person's story.
You guys showed up. Thank you very much.
I'm Kenya Cardone, your Southeast Tallahassee neighborhood reporter, and I'm checking in with the folks at Community Co-op Market to see what they need from you to keep it that way.
You know, I'm originally from this area, and I'm always amazed about the family and the community spirit.
A story of recovery.
And it was really proven. When you guys showed up in February, I mean, we went up 25% in sales.
2 months ago, we told you the Community Co-op Market in Southeast Tallahassee was in jeopardy of shutting down if they couldn't get their sales up in 6 months. Following our coverage, though, marketing manager Margot Armistead tells me business boosted.
It kind of caught us off guard.
Tells me business boosted.
It kind of caught us off guard, really, the first week. We're going, oh my goodness, fill up that shelf. But it has just absolutely been great.
And although it helped to take the tension off from that 6-month deadline, they're not exactly in the clear. Armistead tells me they're expecting sales to drop in the summer when college students go home for break and residents leave for vacation. That's why co-op employees say they need your help to get sales up now to cushion the drop headed their way in just weeks.
Oh, this is our livelihood. Well, this is my bread and butter. And without it, my bread and...
Grocery store gets to keep its doors open. A local grocery store gets to keep its doors open.
I don't know what in the world. Hold on a minute. Anyway, Lori's been missing 300 days. See who's behind the new signs showing up in Tallahassee neighborhoods. Paige has been missing since June 3rd, 2023. And hold on a minute, because I know there's a video here. More than 300 days after a girl from Northwest Tallahassee neighborhood was last seen, an area pastor is working to keep her face in the public eye. The FBI is offering a reward up to $15,000 for information leading to her return. Watch the video above to see the new sign popping up around Tallahassee and meet the man behind the mission to find Paige. Broadcast transcript. It's been more than 300 days since Lori has been last seen. Neighbors are still working to bring her home. I'm Kendall Brandett, your neighborhood reporter in Northwest Tallahassee, where you may have seen yard signs like this one. I'm talking with the area pastor who is on a mission to bring the middle school student home. Lori is 12 years old. If you have any information on Lori Ansley Page, black female, 12 years old, and it's under FBI, tips.fbi.gov, call 1-800-CALL-FBI, reward up to $15,000. All we need is one person to say, hey, I've seen her. That's why Pastor Rudy Ferguson, and he's on Facebook, y'all. If you need to get a hold of him, you can message him on Messenger. But anyway, I've talked to him, and he will reply back. But Rudy Ferguson spent his Monday putting these signs out with Lori Page's information across Tallahassee. And his goal is to keep her face in the public eye at all times. And he said it's important that he do that. He has been doing that since Lori's teacher, Margaret Summers. This is her right here, and this is the pastor right here, started searching for the middle school student when she went missing in June of 2023. Now, watch our initial report on Lori's disappearance. All right, here's the initial one.
Hi, I'm Joe Garcia, and people come over to buy Mariana Toyota, and here's why. Mariana Toyota, over 40 years of service. Mariana Toyota, great deal. And remember, Mariana Toyota, if you can come to us, just give us a call, and we'll drive it to you.
This girl, 12-year-old Lori Page, has been a missing runaway for 14 days. Now at 11, I spoke with one of her teachers who is begging for her to come back. When someone goes missing, every minute counts. Margaret Summers, who's a paraprofessional at Griffin Middle School, knows this. That's why she's trying to get the word out about her student, 12-year-old Lori Page.
I feel like after 14 days, there has to be at least one adult who has seen her or has an idea where she may have gone.
Lori is considered a missing runaway and was last seen on June 3rd near the 1200 block of Continental Court, which is close to Ocala Road and less than a mile away from Mission San Luis. Rudy Ferguson, pastor for New Birth Tabernacle of Praise in Griffin Heights, doesn't know Lori personally, but he says in his position it's important to help the community any way he can.
We ought to be her family. We ought to look for her consistently until she's safe and sound. I think it's incumbent upon the churches as well in the neighborhood because that's why we're there. We're in the community not just for spiritual growth, but also to be a voice.
Summers says Lori has run away before, but she's always been found within a few days.
I'm hoping that if nothing else, that Lori will come to the school. She knows she's safe there. She knows that people care about her there. And we're in summer school, so she can come there any day, Monday through Thursday.
Pastor Ferguson forwarded Lori's missing person bulletin to the Frontline Pastors Action Council, which is made up of about 26 pastors.
we're going to keep searching. We're going to keep making phone calls. We're going to keep putting her bulletin out there. We're going to keep doing it until she's safe and sound, until we have some type of results.
Summer says Lori's teachers and friends are concerned, and they're just hoping she'll come back.
If we can find Lori, we can hopefully find her a mentor, so next time she faces struggles, she can talk to her mentor and not feel like she has to run away.
And her message for Lori if she's watching.
Lori, you're a great student and a great kid, and there's nothing that you haven't done well enough. Just come back.
If you have any information about where Lori is, you can call Tallahassee Police Department at 850-891-4200.
And that was in the early stages. And there is her, her picture up there, the billboard. And with the billboards no longer up, and this is the problem, the billboards, and that was some of the news that come out today, the billboards are no longer up. They took the billboards down. They've run out, whatever Lamar's done. The billboards are no longer up. I think they run for a certain period of time, but they're no longer up. Ferguson said he took matters into his own hands. He said he figures the best way to take this is a more cost-effective way to get yard signs, and he got 100 of those made, 100 of the yard signs made, and each one of those includes Lori's name, picture, and the phone number to the Tallahassee Police Department. He said, I checked with Tallahassee Police Department and the FBI officials from both agencies, and they told me that they are still investigating Lori's disappearance. A Tallahassee Police Department spokesman told me in a statement, quote, our efforts are to bring Lori home, continue today as they did the day she went missing. Tallahassee Police Department. Ferguson said he is grateful for the law enforcement and the community's continued support. He says he wants to let everyone know that Lori Page won't be forgotten. If one child can go missing, then another child can go missing. And then before we know it, we have an epidemic in this city where children are going missing. If you have any information about Lori Page and where she might be, you can call Tallahassee Police Department. And here is the poster. I have these posters. I was given these posters out, and it gives her description. And, excuse me, you can print them out. Please continue to share those. And then on here, it also says, please share this flyer to assist in the search of 12-year-old Lori Page, who has been missing for several months. The dedicated efforts of Tallahassee Police Department Special Victims Unit continue as they tirelessly explore every lead and resource to locate her. The length of time that has passed and her young age only heightens our concerns for her well-being. Despite our persistent effort, Lori remains out of contact with her family and friends. However, we remain committed to bring her home safely. We have and we will continue to explore all avenues pertaining to the case since launching the investigation. Your vigilance can make a difference. If you have any information about Lori's whereabouts, no matter how seemingly insufficient, please contact Tallahassee Police Department at 850-891-4200. So please keep that in mind. Again, I cannot tell you how important it is. You know, this is her. I know she looks a little bit older than 12, but she's 12 years old, y'all. 12. She has no money. She didn't take anything with her. The last time supposedly she was seen was when she was supposed to be in the bed asleep. Allegedly, her father was at work. Allegedly. Again, I take that with a grain of salt. And it's very, very, very sad. And, you know, you got the teacher, everybody in Tallahassee, and I do mean everybody, stated that they hope, and this is people from UPS when I had to run out of flyers and stop and buy more. You know, everybody talked. Everybody. And I stood, I don't know how long, and talked to these ladies by her house. You know, everybody said it is a high trafficking area, which that's what I said in the beginning. It's not good for a little 12-year-old girl to be out anywhere there with no money, no nothing with her. There was no trace of anything. And these are our kids, our future. I don't care who they are. They need to be found. And it's so, so important. So please go back and just find more information on this. Keep up with this. Everybody says they hope if she comes back and is found, every single person there told me, and I hope and pray that this teacher hears, that they love this teacher for everything she's done, and they pray that there's somehow, some way that she can get Lori and that she can foster her, because it's been told through private things, and I have a whole I have some conversations with law enforcement and between minors that I cannot put out. We went through this, but I told y'all, and I can't think off the top of my head exactly what was said. Some very disturbing things in this case that law enforcement is very well aware of. And just say her teacher also is a foster parent, I want to say of 7 or 10 kids, I'm not sure, but everybody there prays that by some miracle that she does get to find Lori comes back safe and sound somehow, and that maybe she could foster her, because she really does care about her. I just pray Lori's found, because there's video also out there of her dad playing with the neighbor and cards or whatever he's doing, all that's in the videos. It's just like not a care in the world going on with the mom in Tennessee, not a care in the world going on with the dad. And again, I wholeheartedly have believed the dad. I did. It's sad. It's strange. But the focus needs to be on Lori. So I thank you for listening. I wanted to give you the little update. This is my first recording I ever did, so forgive me if I did anything wrong. Thank you for listening. And let's help Lori Page. Lori's what is important. Lori's important. And Lori, I spoke with you directly last time, and I'll speak with you again this time. If by chance, honey, you're out there as a runaway, I beg you, again, please call somebody. Let somebody know that at least you're okay. And let somebody know if you need a way home or anywhere. If you need help, please do that. If you have access to a computer, the runaway, if you run away, I don't know, but either way, it doesn't matter. If you can get to a phone, there's a national runaway safe line, and you can call if you can get to a phone, and it's 1-800 simply runaway. It's just 1-800 run a way. And if you're thinking about returning home or you need help, they will get you a Greyhound ticket, a bus ticket, if you're not able to get where you're going. They're also there to chat with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They will call you. You can call them. They will not badger you. There's a forum you can talk on. They will email you. You can text back and forth. And it's a runaway hotline. And they don't try to badger you. But if you need to let somebody know at least you're okay, they don't ask for ID and all that, but they will ask you for something to give somebody to that only you know and they know, just so they know it's you. But they can also give you so many resources, honey, if you're out there. So many resources. I told you last time, runaways are also very near and dear to me. You know, sometimes we do have to use our own experiences. And I had someone very near and dear to me that ran away, 16 years old. They weren't so lucky. Their boyfriend left them in California. So they were asleep on a couch, head covered up, couldn't have saw anything if they would have wanted to. bad men came in with a silencer. When they killed the people that they wanted to kill, they just wanted to make sure she didn't see a thing for real. And so she never made it home. We all got a story. So, Lori, I do care if you're out there. And if you think nobody cares, somebody cares. I care. And if you would like to email me at smileystory, SMileyStorey, the number 2, the letter U, at yahoo.com. If you can or you're able, I can even get a message wherever you need it to go. But if you are okay, would you just let somebody know, please? Please just let somebody know. In the meantime, I pray you're okay. I pray you're safe. But most of all, I pray you're found. And I pray law enforcement never lets this go cold. She's 12. She's a child. Regardless of what she thinks or you think, or she ran away or not, or met anything that was not good, help find her and help her get home. Continue to put the signs out. Keep them in your yard. If they've took the billboards down, I'm sure her teacher is lovely and's got all this in the news. I'm sure she'll keep pounding on them doors. So will the preacher and a handful of searchers. Bring it to an end. I appreciate this, y'all. Thank you, and y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.